Okay guys, this is something that I do every single time I'm having a baby since probably baby number 2. And I've probably got more and more extreme with each child. But then, you know, the more children you have, the more prepared you have to be. I meal prep, meal plan, meal prep, freezer meal prep for the postnatal time. And I think I've got it down to an art form. So what I'm going to do is today I'm going to, even though I'm 25 weeks, I was 25 weeks yesterday, pregnant, and with baby number 9, and I'm going to start the cooking process at 28 weeks, at the start of the 28th week, so 2 weeks from now. So what I'm doing now is I'm in the planning stages. I've decided what meals I'm going to make, what weeks I'm going to make them in, what we need as sides, so I know what non-perishable things to buy in advance, and you know, salad items and things that my husband will have to go get week to week, because I probably won't go shopping for a few weeks at least, and that sort of thing. So I just get really organized, and it helps tremendously to be prepared for the postnatal period, to have these meals ready. I cannot imagine not doing it. So I have found that having a good 6 to 8 weeks of meals stocked in the freezer, it's amazing. You save on time, energy, money, washing up. The thing is, I've decided that all of these meals and my whole planning and everything, I'm going to put up on my website. Now, I thought it might be helpful for people who have never done this before, or who just want some extra ideas about what might be nice to make. You certainly don't have to follow it to a T. It's just to give people a bit of inspiration. But my website is fertilewisdom.net, and I'll leave the link below as well for that. So let me show you what I've got planned so far. Okay guys, the weather has been incredibly hot the last couple of days, and humid, so if the papers are moving around, that's because we're finally getting a bit of a breeze through the windows, and I've also got the air on. Yeah. Okay, so this is a bit messy, and I don't know that you'll be able to actually see it all. I'll just try and move you a bit. Right. Okay, this is very messy. I'm just showing you to give you the basic gist of what I did first. So, and obviously this is going to be on my website as well. Okay, so first I decided what meals I'd like to make. Obviously you have to decide how long you want your meals to last for. So I decided that, yeah, I wanted to aim for 5 meals per week for 6 weeks. Now, I've made my list of what I want to make, and I think it totals 38 meals, plus some lunches. So really it's going to be about 8 weeks worth of meals for our family. Now, I'll go through the sorts of things I've chosen. I categorize it into 2 lots. So I've got meals, meals to make extra and freeze. So these are meals that are, when I'm making them during the week, I make 2 extra batches, cook it all up, freeze them, and then in the postnatal period, all we do is we put them from freezer to oven, and they're ready in about an hour, within an hour. These sorts of, now I have got about 2/3 of the meals fall into this category. Slow cooker, freezer meals, it's about 1/3 of the meals, because I do favour the pre-cooked ones that go into the oven. Things like lasagna, beef stroganoff, sausage stew on mash, Thai green chicken curry, fried rice, vegetable and beef noodle stir fry, quiche Lorraine, homemade pizzas, tuna casserole, sort of like a taco bean, minced beef sort of sauce thing that we'll have with nachos or tacos or tortillas or whatever. I'll just make it up as I go along. Vegetarian tomato pasta sauce, that's amazing. It's fiddly to make, but it is amazing. Potato soup, and then a couple of extra things. Bacon and parsnip soup. I make it every time, bacon and parsnip soup. It's so good, and I freeze it in individual portions, and I find that's a really nice lunch to have postnatally. I'm due in May, so in Australia that's sort of you're getting into the colder weather. In June, 1st of June is the start of winter, so soups will be wonderful. And pumpkin soups, again, I will freeze those in individual containers. So then I have slow cooker freezer meals, and I have only chosen 6 of those. They being my favorite. I'm a little bit fussy when it comes to slow cooker freezer meals. Some I just don't like. I find that a lot of the recipes out there have far too much sugar, and I just find them sickeningly sweet, or something not right and the chicken goes dry. These ones I quite like. There's one here that I haven't tried before. It just sounded really good, so I'm going to take a chance. But the cilantro lime chicken, that's very popular, and that's packed with beans and veggies as well. And so for non-Americans, that would translate as coriander lime chicken. Really nice. Beef tips and gravy. This is one that I tried for the first time, I don't know, maybe 6 years ago, and I love it. It's amazing. And then I'll also be making some mashed potato and freezing that, say, in a big bag to serve with it as well. And then I've written down next to it what we need to serve fresh with it as well. And I've got the cranberry chicken is the one that I've just recently come across on the internet, and I thought I'd give that a go. It sounded really nice. Lamb stew, and that's my lamb stew, my recipe. I've actually got that up on my channel, so have a look for that. It's in the recipes folder, and I'll leave the link. And then a creamy chicken and garlic sort of thing that I invented for the slow cooker as well. Everyone loved it. All the kids were like, oh my goodness, Mum. So I'm going to have to try and remember how I made that. I think in one of my videos I'm making that, but it might be a day in the life or something or other. If I can find it, I'll leave the link. And if not, I will record that one. Then taco soup. I've never made taco soup in the slow cooker, but obviously you can. Taco soup's incredibly easy to make regardless. And so if I lose time, I'll just cook up the minced beef, put that in the freezer, and even my son can make taco soup from scratch. So, and having the pre-cooked and frozen mince is a big help with that one as well. So then then I also am organising school lunches. I'm due bang smack in the middle of school term 2, so I want to be really prepared. Obviously my husband can make lunches again. It's nice to be extra prepared. You know, kids can make lunches, but it's just something that I don't want our family to have to think about at the time. Everything runs so much smoother if you've got some things in the freezer. So I'm going to make some scrolls. I'm making some of those today or tomorrow too for this term, but I'll make more for next term. My sister's made those. I've tried them. They're really good. Pasties I always make for the kids to take when we've got a new baby, and they love them. So I'm going to do a bunch of batches, and they'll take those, say, on a Friday. And then I thought different, so I'm going to get some tuna sachets and crackers, and they might enjoy that rather than a sandwich. And they can have that once a week. And then my husband can buy fresh, just a crunchy salad mix once a week, and they can have that with some cubed cheese or something like that. And they can have that once a week. It just means they're having some variety, and it's less for me to freeze. So then I'm also doing these extra things. I'm doing some lactation cookies. That's my recipe, so I will be sharing that. Lactation balls and I will be sharing that, and that's actually on my website, and I've called them milky morsels, so you can find those there. I'm also going to freeze a bunch of bananas. That's just to remind me that I want to do that, just to make sure I've got plenty for smoothies. because smoothies are a great opportunity also to put, you know, oats and like brewer's yeast, because that's great for breastfeeding and all those sorts of good things. And then I'm also going to make some cakes, slices, cookies, those sorts of things, so that each week I've got something to entertain with should someone come over or whatever. I'm doing ×2 of each thing, but we've got a large family, and once we add guests, we'd really go through 2 of each cake. So it's really about 8 weeks worth, having one cake or treat or whatever per week. So how I'm doing this is I like to organize it by week of pregnancy, because then in my head that's just how I sort of roll. I like the idea of being almost completely ready by 36 weeks and just maybe having a couple of little things to potter around and do, and being 100% ready, assuming baby's coming any day, by 38 weeks. I have had a couple of babies come at 38 weeks in a couple of days. So that's sort of my plan. Plus I like to try and be rested, and being due bang smack in the middle of the term this time, I'm going to be doing a lot of running around and that sort of thing regardless, right up until I pop. So I certainly want to have this done in advance, which is why I'm going to start at 28 weeks. Now, with the pre-cooked things, I don't want to be making however many meals that is. What is it, like 15 different types of meals? I don't want to do that in 1 week or 2 weeks. No. That sounds really horrible. So I have a lot of, you know, everything else to do. So what I'm doing is making this fit into my weeks. I will build up my supply of postnatal meals gradually. It'll all get done. It'll be get done with minimal stress. It'll be budgeted in quite well, and I just prefer to do it this way. So I'm starting at week 28, where I'm going to do the lasagna, the taco, bean and mint sauce stuff, and chicken tagine freezing. However, I'm going to be making 3 batches of each, 2 to freeze and 1 to eat immediately. So say we're on week 30, guys, I'm actually going to make the sausage stew for that night, but I'm also going to make 2 extra batches and freeze them. Then the vegetarian tomato pasta sauce, we will have it that night, but I'll make 2 extra batches and freeze them. Pumpkin soup, them. So that's how I'm doing it. So until week 33, I'm doing all those pre-cooked things. Now, week 33 is where in probably 1 day plus a shopping day, I'm going to do all my slow cooker freeze meals. Yes, these are so much quicker and easier to do. You get a lot more done, but as I said, I do favor these pre-cooked meals, and it just means a whole lot more variety as well. Now, a lot of these, I'm sure people have recipes on how to slow cook them, but I would rather them made the way I like to make them. So week 33, I will spend a day shopping to then make 7 different slow cooker freezer meals, which I'll probably just make in half a day. And that'll be super easy, and it'll be done. Then all the meals, the 38 meals, plus a couple of lunches will be done. Okay. Are you still with me? Week 34, I've just written a couple of other notes for me. Have all home birth supplies ready. I'm going to do the batches of pasties for the kids, the batches of scrolls for the kids. I'm going to make the lactation balls and the lactation cookies and freeze them. Week 35, I'm going to do half the cakes. Week 36, I'm going to do the other half of the cakes. And I'm also going to purchase any foods I want stocked in the fridge for me and my midwives and my husband and that sort of thing for the birth and for after I've birth the baby, I like to have some things that are just special for me, to snack on, like some yogurts and some cheese and all those sorts of things in the fridge, and plenty of fresh fruit and all that sort of thing. From week 36 I'll be making sure I'm well stocked with all of that sort of stuff, and I will do a video on great postnatal snacks as well, and also good foods to have ready for your home birth team. Week 37, I've written purchase home birth foods in each week here, because that means that, should I have the baby a little bit early, I have good sized babies, so no one's going to stress if I have the baby at 36, 37 weeks. It's all ready to go. But obviously we need to eat the fruit, because it's going to otherwise go bad. So each week from 36 weeks I'll be replenishing all of that sort of perishable stuff. And week 37 I'll also purchase all non-perishable foods that I have not already, and that would be things like pasta, making sure I've got pasta to go with the meals that need pasta, all that sort of thing. I'll also make some lemon slices if I get the time and energy, because I really like those particular lemon slices. And then week 38, I will purchase any last minute household products that I really want to be stocked up on. And my husband does go and do the shopping after I've had a baby, but I don't want him spending hours there, so it's just great to be well stocked up, and then he only has to go get bread, milk, fruit, veggies, and we're good to go, and he can do that every couple of days, and it's just little runarounds. And then week 39, keep home birth food stocked and relax. Good luck to me. So that's the plan, and what I'm going to do is each week that I'm doing those extra meals, I will record me doing that to show the process, and I'll upload it weekly. So that's starting in 2 weeks, probably be 3 weeks by the time I upload it, the first one. And then the week that I do the slow cooker freezer meal prep, I will again do a whole video on that. Any special sort of, as I said, postnatal snacks, home birth preparation, whatever else I mentioned there, I will be doing videos on all of that. So I'm only 25 weeks now. This will all be happening over the next 3.5 months. So just to let you know, that's a few of the things that will be on my channel coming up, because I did do an update video like a week or 2 before I found out I was pregnant. And so for those who are wondering, is she still traveling and all that sort of stuff, I'll give you an update on that and let you know what exciting things are coming up and what I have planned for my channel. Thank you so much for watching if you're still tuned. And yeah, I'm going to pop a whole heap of that onto my website, fertilewisdom.net. You can check it all out there. Be easier to print out or whatever you want to do. And other than that, you take care. Thanks for watching. See you later. And subscribe if you have not already. See you.